We in the building. We in the building.
Out the building. Hey yo, no, cause they got homeboy. I came
The potty.
Potty.
You get it? Hey, boy.
He's a little late with it. Y'all.
What you trying to do?
Can we not pod?
Daisy? Can we not? Podcast. Can we not?
Podcast. Do this.
We supposed to have that chemistry. You supposed to be like kissing Styles.
We ain't got no chemistry.
I can tell. It's 71 episodes. This is right.
Yeah, because you was crying in the car.
Shut the fuck up.
What was you crying to call about?
Shut the fuck up.
Nothing.
Wait, how was your week?
Anything
Can we get right into your week?
Crying about none. Episode 71. That's right. We in the building with me, your host, one and only, the Pod Piper himself, Mr. Evan Cumbest. We in the building. That's right. We back in the studio. So it's shout outs to Sky's Crescent Radio. Shout out to City World Radio. Shout out to Jay. Shout out to Tone helping us out with the cameras. Cameras on. Cameras on. Cameras is on. Shout out everybody watching us on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, everywhere you listen to. We highly appreciate you guys. And I'm here with my co-host, Akai's in the building, a.k.a. I didn't write nothing for you this week, so you still...
Ariana Grande.
Hey!
Okay. If you still rocking with that one.
Janaea Kaiko.
Oh, yeah. You
Not this
you
week.
bite.
Yeah,
No,
Janaea Kaiko.
No.
You're definitely Janaea Kaiko.
You bite.
And we got G. Dot next to me, a.k.a.
Yo, what up? It's your boy G. Dot, a.k.a. Mo Guy, a.k.a. Slap Your Favorite Twitter handle.
a.k.a. Give Me Them Toes Girl.
A.k.a.
10 toes
Young
down.
Author, Not the Anteater. You know what I mean? Go to Amazon, get my book, Dead End Thrill.
Corny!
You heard? Nah, that's kind of fire. A.k.a. Barack Obama. You know?
No, that one's not, no.
Anime Gang.
That one
Shout
is
out to
not,
Anime
no,
Con
no.
right now.
Please don't let
I
that
thought you were
stay.
Bodega Poppy.
I mean, I could be that.
Okay, we can still be Bodega Poppy.
be
But
that.
guys, we have a special guest with us this week.
Woo!
Yes.
That's right. She's a listener of the show.
Yes.
So she is a friend of the show.
Yes.
She's also a musician.
Yes.
She makes music. She also is a...
Dropped an EP.
Whew, okay, I'm getting there.
You didn't even know about the EP.
I did.
No,
I
you
did my research.
Did
I'm an avid
Oh my god, I
interviewer.
had research
Yeah,
behind. Oh my god.
exactly. Program director. Yeah, you know, we out here.
Yeah,
She is the... Yeah.
he's mixed and
Yes.
mastered the last few episodes
Yeah, he did
of the
mix and
pod.
master.
Last few?
episodes.
The last
That's why it
70?
sound bad.
Oh,
The
the
last
last
70.
70.
That's right. Tone hating. Tone a fucking hater.
No, Tone's telling the truth with that.
No. But, guys, we got Alexis Arrow in the building.
Hey guys, thank you for having me.
Thank you for
I'm like,
coming.
no, I told you guys before. I'm like so excited, and I listened to like this podcast and maybe like 2 others. So
Wow.
Hey.
Oh, shit, we made it.
We made it.
We lit.
We in the
Top 3.
rotation.
Top 3.
We in the rotation. Guys, how are we feeling today? How we feeling this week? Mental health check-in. What's up? What's up?
Why nobody answered first?
Everybody
Yeah,
else
right,
got
me.
week. What's up?
Evan, you start us off, host.
it's too early in the
Start us
week
off.
to tell.
Too early. It's Monday morning. How's y'all last week? How's the weekend? What everybody do?
Heard you cried on the way here.
You heard wrong. So, what everybody else do this weekend?
It happened. Oh,
Can y'all talk to the pop?
Why should we
doing?
talk to the pod people if we all lying? We lying? You sure?
We live. So, what'd you do this weekend, Akai?
What I did this weekend,
Janaea Kaiko.
I was in the studio
Ah, yes. What did you do?
listening to the kids, making better music than me.
You was in the studio.
You hating on the youth, bro?
With
No,
your
no, no.
ex?
I'm not even gonna lie. It was like probably the most heartfelt moment I had at my job. I was listening to their music. And I was like, yo, as bad as the content is, you guys actually made something that could get played somewhere.
Some quality.
And I was happy. I was like, yo, they're like actually taking like,
Nice.
a stint into like being professional
Mhm.
with music. So that really warmed my heart.
Are you gonna lock him
I
into a
like
360?
No, I'm probably just gonna see about like taking 10% off the top and then probably seeing from there like
10?
touring whatever.
You
I'm
can hit them
helping
with
them out
30.
with their
They don't. They
distribution,
don't
so-
know. They don't know much.
Yeah, they're not gonna.
You know how
understand.
easy it is to take advantage of these kids these days.
Black kids and yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
No,
It's
I'm not gonna
generational.
do that.
it's generational.
It's generation. No, it's terrible.
Oh, all right. Fine.
Get down with the
How was your
Yang Gang,
weekend?
man.
How was my weekend?
Yeah.
What about our guest? Let's go there first.
Okay.
Let's not be rude.
Go
Yeah,
in.
let's not be
Okay.
rude.
Counterclockwise.
How was your weekend?
It was good. I mean, I didn't do much. I did like an open mic and I kind of bombed it.
I've been there.
But you were performing
Wait a
music.
minute, hold up. How have you been there?
No, I bombed it though because I took a year hiatus off,
Mhm.
and I was like, you know what? Let me practice before my show at the Bitter End on December 15th.
Oh, plug, plug,
You
plug,
know.
Plug.
But 7 to 7:30 p.m. Get your tickets.
Uh-uh.
don't know. My headphones not plugged in. I have no idea what this podcast sounds like right now. They're not plugged in. It's aesthetic. I have these all for the aesthetic, my
It's for
nigga.
the YouTube.
Yeah, exactly.
There we are.
It's all for
Okay,
you.
now back to you.
See
Evan.
what happens when Tone don't master shit? He don't know what. I already knew.
I already knew.
Now turn Tone this mic on. First of all, my headphones aren't on, so I don't know what you're talking about.
So who's the fool now? You're wearing headphones that don't even work.
Oh, roast.
I'm a fool
Comedy
in the man's
roast.
shoes, but guess what? The listeners can't tell.
You just told them.
Yeah, but I could be saying it to be funny. They don't know when I'm serious and when I'm
He's
not.
still wearing headphones just for no reason, just to keep his
Ladies
ears
and
ringing.
gentlemen.
And I got my hat on forward too, so they can't even see my face. So I don't even know if this is really me or not.
I
I'm
can
still in
see
my
you.
swag from
Shut
the
up.
last episode I was on. I had my brim mad low. Get off my swag.
Yo,
First off,
how was that open mic?
yes.
Like I had a question to be like, I do comedy. I know, I understand. It's, you
You
can
gonna
bomb.
do a segue?
No, you can bomb at an open mic when you do stand up comedy because you know
Yeah.
based on. But how do you bomb?
No, even if
usually?
I mean, I just didn't practice for like a long ass time. So I took I took a year hiatus.
Yeah.
And I was like, let me practice before my show, get the feel of like a crowd that doesn't know me. So I straight up went alone to this open mic. I was still the best singer there, but like I just
Talk your
fucked
shit,
up
talk your
on the
shit.
guitar.
My swag on.
Doesn't
Like flex,
matter.
like flex.
But yeah, I mean, I kind of bombed. I
Like
just
your
messed
voice
up
cracked
a
or
bunch of
something,
no, I
or-
just messed up a bunch of chords on the I forgot my own song.
Oh, so you play instruments?
I
too.
so I played my guitar and I forgot chords to my. That's exactly what happened.
Get the fuck out of here.
Evan, what's that
I'm
old
out.
adage? If you bomb at an open mic, isn't it similar to like if a tree falls in a forest?
And nobody's there to hear it.
Yeah,
Did you
because
really?
no one I knew was there. So as far as everything that people got on Instagram were like the only times I didn't fuck up. So it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, I fucking killed it.
Yeah, shit, stunned for the Grammy.
So as
So
far
you
as they
didn't bomb.
know,
Reminds
You still popping?
they don't
You're gonna
know.
get sued by every comic in existence. How many lawsuits do you want on your doorstep?
I've only had 5.
You'll
because
get
of the
another one.
podcast,
You'll
but-
get another cease and desist.
Oh, come on, man. Don't air out my grievances on air live. Come on, man. I didn't know
Live
she was,
on air while we're recording. Damn.
I didn't know J Bell Bell was real.
Yo, where y'all want to start?
We can start with the Maryland man that decided to rob some old dude. Like
That was gonna be my
76-year-old.
drama to mama.
Why?
Where's my music?
Oh no! Actually, yo, we
we-
haven't
are we
had that
opening
in a
with
couple
that?
of weeks. So yeah, let's
Is there?
drama for your mama. I love seeing his
We can
energy.
freestyle the music. Where you at?
I'm sorry, you
What the
bombing.
hell?
I knew I wanted you to get a feel for that. I'm bombing.
I have once, and I never did it again. I hope Tom
Wait,
deleted
wait.
that footage.
You have
How
to
did
put
you
yourself
bomb?
in
No.
uncomfortable
You still have it?
situations.
Wait, you rap?
Tried.
You rap, G?
First off, I do rap.
Wait, you do? You got
Second
some
off,
bars?
second off,
I got some bars. For you.
I bombed doing stand up.
So Colin Kaepernick's been in a lot of trouble.
Speaking of bombs,
Yeah.
Yeah, he threw a couple of bombs when he did that workout, right? The NFL workout.
yeah, but
or
Jay
something
Z's
like that?
tight with him for making the whole thing.
Well, Jay-Z's the one that made him do it.
Yeah, but he made
I'm
it.
not talking
He
about.
made it a publicity
I said it
stunt.
jokingly to not really talk about it. This is one of those topics that we're never going to talk about.
But it's a topic.
Wait,
but
why?
it's not.
Because he watches the NFL.
Because it's way too serious and I watch way too much of it, so I'm like
Oh.
too into it.
I've
If
been
you have a
watching way
guess-
too much NFL.
I don't
Too
watch
personal.
any NFL. Don't put that narrative on me. Guys, how we feel about women who are aggressive and they make the first move during the
Sounds like
courtship
somebody
phase of
outside
dating?
has Been aggressive. Help.
Aggressive.
That's what
how?
happens when a woman's aggressive.
In the courtship part of dating.
Like, yo, let me take you out, or like aggressive, like in the bedroom, like.
No, in the courtship
like
phase.
women-
That's
I
different.
said the
Hey,
courtship
oh,
phase.
What is a courtship
Tendos now.
phase? Is that before talking, after talking, texting?
I feel like that's like
Did I
just
already DM
making
you?
like the first move, just being like,
Oh, okay. So
Right?
like taking
Yeah.
initiative.
No, like, yo, I like you. Boy, like, yo, let's go out.
Yo,
What's wrong with
let's
that?
go out. Like, what?
I'm asking. What?
No, I like that's cool.
I think I usually do it more of like if I'm saying something, so I'll say like, hey, like I like you, or like I'll say, hey, like you want to like go on a date, but like as far as making the first move as like a kiss, I've never done it. I will. I don't think I will ever do it. I'm just so scared.
Why you scared of? Like, what man's going to reject it?
Okay. Do you want to hear a really stupid story?
Yes.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
Please.
so it was like my freshman year of college, and I I wasn't dating him at the time, but it was now my ex because we ended up dating after this. Which I don't know why he decided to date me after that because of this dumb move I made. So there was this thing I did with my mom, and like every time she tried to like, I would say like, Mom, like I want to give you a kiss on the cheek. She would be like, okay, and then I would just like stick out my tongue instead of kissing her. She'd be like, what the fuck? It was such a dumb thing that I did. And so I'm sitting at my laptop with this dude, and I'm showing him music on my playlist. And I'm like, this song is so dope. And he went to go kiss me on the cheek, and I ducked. And he was like, what are you doing? I was like, I thought you were going to lick my cheek.
Wow. Yeah.
It was so bad. So yeah. So I am on some stupid shit.
Well, I mean, y'all still got together afterwards, so it worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did it end?
Quirky.
Why
I
did it
think
end?
that was more.
I
quirky
wasn't
than
really.
anything.
I just don't think I like lost interest in him. I just wasn't as into him as he was into me, kind of thing.
Triggered. Sorry. Sorry. Sounds like something from.
Sound like it wasn't your typical love story available on Amazon.
Sounds like you got some dead end thrills right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Akai, how do you feel about a woman who's, a little bit aggressive and
I feel like you should be more like open and vocal. Like if you like somebody and you're expressing it, there's no problem if you're like being the first one to be taking initiative. I mean,
Facts.
So-
Yeah.
it shouldn't just be like man, woman, like all.
just get
the
rid of
guy has
those
to do.
gender
Yeah, like
roles?
You're
Yeah.
people at the end of the day. Like,
And also, it's like the worst thing you can do is bottle up something that you're feeling for so long.
Exactly.
Which is like literally my entire EP is like me is all this shit I just bottled up for so long. And so the EP is called Healing. It's on Spotify, Apple Music, all those platforms.
It's
on
right next to the
SoundCloud.
Can We Not podcast. It's,
Hey.
it's like right when you go
For
to the
some reason,
Yup,
they're
when you
just
go to
right
the-
how
next
they
to
did
each
it,
other.
but it's-
Yep.
It's the metrics.
Yep, and if you go right to your Amazon, your cookies will have you tied up right there next to Dead End Thrills, right there.
Crazy. How did they do that? All three of those entities.
I tell you, man,
properties.
algorithms. Did you
But,
type in her name, Alexa Zero?
Sure.
Like,
Typed in healing. She said the name of the project was healing.
there's a lot of.
There's
That's
probably a
very
million
common word.
things.
Yeah,
That's one word.
exactly.
Maybe we spelled it like cool with like a 3.
Janaea Keiko made a song called "Calm Down." Like, you don't think
Hey,
there's a
hold
million
on.
other? What happened?
Hold up. Hang
What?
on. First off, I didn't hear the song, but I heard everybody was giving like a lot of flack to
I
the
heard the
song.
one bit.
Like
there's
the
like
verse?
no, there's one. Is this the song where? It's the one with Big Sean, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of them.
There's a one-
He's out
here.
well, the most recent one. Something about he like made her come 5 times. Is that
9.
the thing?
9.
Not-
9.
Sorry, Big Sean. Like,
Wait,
That's
well,
a
as a
feat.
guy,
That's a feat.
that's something
Okay.
that you always do.
that's a
now.
little
Yeah.
excessive. I feel like I would.
All right, so wait, as a woman,
I think I would die, honestly, because you know that story. It's like that guy like came 26 times and like died.
Fake news.
That's me.
That's
Never
different.
happened.
It was-
Fake
well,
news.
I was right there on the verge. I hit 24 one day. I
I
was,
saw some meme that was like, so 25 is okay though.
on the
You
brink
don't
of
get to
death.
say shit like
What?
that. And nobody addresses
He was alone.
it. You've been doing this for 71
He was alone when it happened.
I was. Why would I not?
You definitely gonna
I'll
be
be
alone
12.
after doing that for 24 times.
12. That's my number.
Jeez.
Amateur.
How do you have
Rookie.
no? I'm sorry. You know what? Never mind. I was gonna ask a question that I didn't want to have on air.
But do
Anyway,
we believe Big Sean? Because
I
he
believe that.
said that.
Yeah, I believe that.
I believe that.
Yeah.
I've done that.
Yeah,
I-
women can
9
have vocal
times?
orgasms.
because
I can
listen,
make a
I
call.
feel like you
Nah,
could.
that's weird.
All
I can
right
make
then.
a call.
All right then. I'll make a call. You see my FaceTime. See how I give it up.
Ew.
Just want the audience, the viewing audience, to know that this nigga's Mr. FaceTime. That is your nickname, Mr. FaceTime. But yeah, 9 times.
I feel like 9 is too specific of a number. Like he didn't say
not be
10.
believable.
Like he's like it was 9.
was rapping.
Yeah, so it was real.
He was rapping. You got to
Yeah,
rhyme.
but the 9 didn't rhyme with anything else. Like,
But
don't
when you
need
think
to.
about the numbers, you can't just say 1. Twice throws the
he
whole
didn't
sound
have
of the
to say
verse
that
off.
at all.
He said
Like,
9
when you-
because he really killed the cat.
It was a play on. Ooh, we wasn't even thinking. Ooh. Janaea
Number
Keiko
one
with
Condra,
the with
Hey.
the with the lyrical breakdown.
Yeah, man.
Ooh, where else would you find this type of content?
But yo, I'm sick of
Favorite
sick
pie
of
would
Janae.
never.
I'm about to say, when are we gonna finally address that Janaea Keiko is possibly one of the top 10 most toxic women in music?
Yeah. No.
She scares me a little bit. I saw her at a Bernie rally and she was falling asleep.
a burning rally.
Wait,
No,
Bernie-
Bernie Sanders.
Oh, I thought you was like that was some women.
Not a
together
burning,
and
burning.
shit.
She was on her phone the whole
Bernie
time.
man.
You know that'd be happening. Though.
Okay.
You know women get together and they just burn shit from their exes.
I think
Burn their exes'
besides
belongings. Yeah.
besides Lorena Bobbitt, Janae is up there as far as like toxic women.
Wow.
Yeah. She
Yeah.
has Big Sean like under.
There's an on button for the. Wait, have I not been speaking this whole time?
So, Jeanette, you were saying, go into detail.
People need to hear my
It was
voice.
only him. It was only him. It was only him. That's why she talked to him while you were talking.
'Cause I know
now,
you can't hear me.
why
Okay,
do
cool.
you think Janae Akaiko is the
Because
most
Big Sean is locked in a dungeon somewhere under distress. He can't
forced to
get
make
out.
these verses?
Yeah.
Oh.
He can't get
And
away
he's forced
from
to
her.
take these
R. Kelly
pictures.
Situation. What the hell happened?
That
just
video
now?
that
What
they
are we
shot was
supposed
in
to talk about the
Hawaii.
same- Okay, Hawaii. Yeah.
That's a vacation that she tricked them into going to.
You think he like Hawaii?
Damn.
Big
doesn't
Sean
like
is from
Hawaii? Who
Detroit.
wouldn't
He
like
doesn't want to go to
Hawaii?
Hawaii.
First of all,
He's
she
from
called him a
Detroit.
bitch ass nigga in the song and didn't take it out.
And this is like the third time
In
she
the
said she's gonna
same
kill him.
song?
You get to
Yes.
Yes.
Literally the same song. She's like,
She cleared it.
Shit on him, and he was like, I made you come 9 times. Like,
nah, I'm going into the
And
like,
no,
lyrics.
yes,
he even
my
tried
queen.
to sing it. He was like, and I mean, here you come. He had Ty Dolla $ign on the bed behind him. Like it was.
Oh,
it
that's
was nasty.
That's
was
wait.
nasty.
Oh no, that doesn't sound like
not
something I
on the
would
bed,
wanna
but
watch.
like behind, like the vocal.
Let's go into some of the things that Janae Aiko had spoke upon. She said,
Alright.
her verse 2, I've been hearing things, seeing things. Seems that you're moving on from me.
Which is,
Of course, you're on the scene with Little Miss Thing,
Mm-hmm.
and trust me, she really don't want beef. That's besides the point. I'm disappointed as a homie. What is it you see? I want better for you moving forward, but what's better for you than me?
okay, so
That's some of
first
the most
off,
toxic shit I've ever heard.
Ariana Grande is from Disney, and she doesn't want beef with you. No, like you're right. As soon as they broke up, you know,
You
he was
can't shit
throwing
on my
his
new
ex.
love.
I mean, that was his ex.
That's love of his life.
Who? Ariana?
Yeah,
No, God is the love of his life because he's
of course,
he's
black
doing
man.
better. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Unite.
That's a fact.
the two
But
most
she's
toxic men in the
toxic, bro.
room. sitting here.
What?
Ah!
You and Tone, maybe.
Exactly.
Tone is not toxic. He's a child of God.
Nah, but no, in reality, like you can't say that in a song, and then people
at
are just
all.
focusing on the other part where she was just like, "Oh, I've been like traumatized and fucking." What'd she say?
How you traumatized because somebody broke up with you? Like, you need help. Have you ever been traumatized because somebody broke up with you, Alexa?
I've
Yes.
been traumatized from a relationship, but not like because someone broke up with me. It
Tell
was
us
a
more.
weird situation.
Tell
It's
us more.
literally actually the relationship that the entire EP is about.
Healing on
Ooh.
Spotify
Thus,
right now.
art came from it.
That one and the same.
One person.
What's his name?
Hey, that's not. You gotta do that.
No, no, no.
I was about
Come
to
on
say
the pod.
it.
Come on,
Because
come
the
on
name
the
is their
pod.
name is Healing, and that's available. That's
No,
available.
because I listen. I know you guys don't name drop, so I was like, I want to respect the pod, so I
Yeah.
didn't name
We
drop.
name drop just in like a
No.
funny.
Okay.
covert-
Yeah.
Well,
Give people
he-
nicknames.
The only reason why I feel like I shouldn't name drop him is because he like
Listen,
does.
you put him on to the can we not?
No,
Crazy.
no, I don't talk to this person anymore.
What
No,
you
but
was
he's
at?
like kind of famous, I guess.
Okay, he's got a little notoriety.
He's a Grammy, so it's like.
They give those out.
They give those.
Yeah.
out.
Can we listen?
If you
to the album and
participate
see
in a
what it
song
is?
that
No,
wins, you get a Grammy.
See, if I told you what kind
No,
of music he does, it would give him away.
Yeah, so we
because
can't
you
do
would
that.
know exactly who he is. Because
Yeah.
it's a very small.
Zayn Malik.
No, I'm
You
not doing
fucker. Is that
No, I
what it
did.
is?
Okay, do you want to hear something actually kind of cool though? There was another guy with a Grammy, and I didn't realize who he was. And he was like, "Oh, this artist I'm working with, really cool." This was like a couple months ago, and I was like, "Okay, well, cool, whatever." I realized he was playing me unreleased Kendrick Lamar music. Like if you go on Damn, like he's
Listed
on there, like
as
this
a-
writer.
as a credit.
Yeah, I was like, did I, who? What?
Wow.
Yeah,
you
so
were dating
new Kendrick Lamar
guy.
music is coming out. It's really good.
Oh,
It's
there
fire?
it is.
No, it's really good.
Lit.
Well,
I don't want to give too much away, but I can tell you guys after
Alright.
one of the concepts.
That's fine. That's
So
cool.
we know Kendrick
Is
Lamar
Drake
now
featured
by
on any of it?
association.
I didn't hear any features.
You-
No,
You need to stop.
I like how we just
I
trying
only
to get
heard
off this.
two snippets.
You were steering this Janae conversation.
Yes,
you,
she's
soon
more
as you-
toxic than Lorena Bobbitt
Let's hear some. Let's get some reasons.
because she said, "What's the first line in that? I see you moving on." She could have left it there and then started singing about some other shit. How she
Wait,
went.
wait, I'm gonna get to the line, but she
Listen,
called him a bitch ass.
As a
nigga.
writer, though, when you're in your emotions like that, sometimes that shit just like comes out and you have no control over it, and then it's just out into the universe. But like, I get a little bit of like angry energy from her. I don't know. I just,
bitter.
But
Yeah.
I
Bitter
understand what
woman.
you're
There's
saying.
only so much that you can write about, like to go through the process of like putting something out about a certain person over and over and over and over again. Then you've got to realize that like there may be a problem here. Like go
Yeah.
to therapy.
She's
Yeah,
basically
1,000,000%.
saying, "Come back here and let me like ruin your life some more."
And then she posted a picture of her dressed up in all blue flags, and Snoop Dogg was like, "Carib," and she was like, "You know it."
Oh wow,
This is facts.
that's crazy. But she already said it in her other song. But she
Yeah,
was
that
like, "I
I'm
got my
gonna
goon
get
friends
these
holding you
niggas,
hostage," and you know, yeah. Then she goes on to say in this song, she goes, "Oh, I was traumatized and suicidal. I'm sick and tired. I am not to blame." Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
Once I felt the way, but not today. I'm not afraid. Now I can say, get your bitch ass off my phone. Please leave me alone. I'm not your girl anymore. You need to watch your tone.
But before you do that, come do this fucking feature for me. And
And then she said, leave me alone, and here's 16 bars for you.
"Yeah."
And Sean goes on to say, you know I had these issues when you met me. Let me just
Talk
stop
your-
right there.
Talk your shit. What's that on?
He came through with one line that explained that entire
Like,
Yeah.
kind of situation.
you can't. I told you. You knew what it was from
She
jump.
was probably trying to change him.
Like, don't they all?
Don't
I
tough.
feel like they speak to a bigger thing.
He says results of those past damages that I haven't dealt with. Like, come on, man. He said, I only wanted what was best for you. Moving forward, but you backtracking with niggas that ain't shit, that ain't shit for you and don't belong around your aura. Man,
Talk about it.
Like, right, come on.
Come on.
We
A cop
all
defended a cop. Moral man.
I feel. I'm Motel Man. You didn't know?
Hotel man. Oh.
Anyway, no. I feel like it speaks to a bigger issue because I feel like the way they move together as not only just like lovers but artists, they were trying to speak to, I guess, the dynamics of relationships.
No.
I feel like they were working their shit out, but they also saw.
Have you ever listened to 2088? They did that there.
They did it. They do it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the
but I
problem.
feel like this was another instance of that.
They
where
need
they're
to
like,
stop.
They
I
do it
get that.
2088 too.
I hear
I
you.
get that, but at the same time, if you're gonna be seen as toxic in a relationship like this, wouldn't it be best to kind of like show that you're growing from it?
No.
I mean,
You just gotta keep going.
Don't
Back
show
with your ex.
anything.
We obviously don't want it. You
don't
wanna see
show
the car
anything.
wreck. You
Don't
wanna
show
see
us
the-
growth.
yeah, but
Stop
to
going back
speak
with
to
your
it-
ex.
To
Yes.
speak to it,
Well,
they're literally trying to get past their like past grievances. They're trying to get that closure. They're trying to figure out like, okay, where did we go wrong? What do I want from
And
you?
let's put it
after
in a
the
song.
fact?
Yeah.
And let's put it. Yeah, that
Why?
rhymes. So yeah, there you go. Cool.
that's unhealthy. That's fake.
You're right.
You're
How
doing
do
it
we-
for content.
So that's how I feel. But also, how do we feel about men who keep backsliding to their past lover?
It's a vibe.
Is it for the vibe or is it just for sex?
It's a vibe.
Yeah, for
It
me,
depends on the
situational.
relationship. I feel like it depends on the past relationship with the person.
Of course.
And I think it also depends on what is the first initial slide into the person. Or
The slide
nope,
back.
not slide into the person.
But
but
slide
Whatever,
back.
whatever the holidays coming up. Hey, happy
Birthday?
St. Patrick's Day.
Same.
I've missed you. How's your
Happy
mom?
Leif Erikson Day. What's going on?
October 9th every year. I tell you.
Oh,
You
shit.
celebrate?
That train's never late.
Never late. Never late.
No, I think that sometimes, Alexa, what do you think the differentiating factors between the two of vibe and for sex?
That's a good question. I feel like if it's just for sex, you get more of an immediate kind of like, this is what I want. More hints. More
They doing it
emojis.
They say I want to see you.
Right. It's more of a call to action. Like it's more of like like what are you up to kind of thing. Like let's hang out. Like let's hang out is the worst thing a girl can hear, especially like
Because they gonna fall for it.
if they're
Let me
not
pull up my
vibing
notes,
with
hold on.
someone.
Does it work?
Let me pull up my notes.
No. Well, okay. For as a musician, this is the worst shit, and I hate this shit. And I called out people on my story, but I was like, when male musicians hit me up and they're like, "Let's collab," I'm like, "Watch it." I'm like, first of all, you're not good. Second of all, like,
Say a name. Say a name. Say a name.
No.
Drop 'em.
Can we not say his
which
name?
one? Like, this is too many.
Do you only date artists?
Do I only date musicians? No.
But it happens.
Yeah. I mean, it's like when you're in a certain environment, you run into like the same kind of people.
You date your coworkers sometimes.
Do you date your?
Ooh, I have a friend who is notorious for sleeping with her coworkers.
Yeah.
Shout out, girl. I love you.
What's her
But
name?
just
What's her
happens.
name? What's her at?
I'm asking for names
No.
on air.
You don't
We're
work
not
with
on
her.
break.
Nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah. About to get an application?
Yeah, you know, I told her.
Excuse me.
No, I'm new here.
Nice, that's all.
Hey, just an
I was
intern.
wondering if you knew any spots around. Yeah, that's pussy.
Hey.
Get off my podcast.
That was the wrong joint. Nah, but I mean, if somebody's hitting you up for, girls do this shit too. It's not guys that just go back to their ex for sex.
I don't know if
yeah.
I've ever like. So okay, so my ex from like probably like in the spring, right? I had to go like pick up my stuff from his place, and all my friends were like, "You guys are gonna bang!" Like I know it. Like that's the thing that you do, supposedly, right? No one can see
It's
my
goodbye.
air quotes,
Yeah.
right? So or like just have sex and just leave.
Yeah.
But he wanted to, as I was taking all my stuff, and he was like, "No, you don't need to take all your stuff. Like you could leave some stuff here." I was like, "Damn, no."
Take it all.
He's like, "Don't take it all." I was like, "No, I gotta take it all." I was like, I need to, you know, not like remove him from my life, but it's like, at that time, it was so like fresh.
But
Of
you could
like,
have just left it there. You wanted to see him.
No, she wanted to
no,
get
I
her
had
stuff.
to get my
wanted to
shit.
fuck.
I
Yeah,
had
had to
my
get my
sweaters
stuff.
for the winter. They were
Yeah.
cute. I
It's
left
getting-
them there.
How many of his sweaters do you have?
I don't have any of his sweaters.
You dropped them off.
A real one.
Yeah. No, I didn't
The burning
take
rally.
any.
Ah, the burning rally
The
with
burning
Jermaine.
rally.
Ah.
It was the burning rally. So I told you that's where they go.
But
yeah.
no, but he like tried to have sex with me, and I was like, "Bye."
You shut it down?
Yeah, I was like, it's
Savage.
the first thing that came out of my head, I was like, this is gonna fuck up my
Get
head.
the fuck out of here.
I'm sorry. I can't help these impulses.
You didn't deserve it. Okay, you want to know why it was fucked up? Because the entire relationship we didn't have sex.
And now all of
me
a
so
sudden you
angry.
want to fuck?
That's why y'all broke up?
That's what I said. I was like, oh, so now you want to fuck, even though we didn't the whole fucking relationship. I was
Yeah.
like, bye.
That's
And
why I
then
want to fuck. 'Cause
left.
We're not together no
And then I was like,
You ever know he only wanted to fuck people he
Maybe he
wasn't
doesn't
in a
date his
relationship?
Maybe he doesn't fuck his girlfriends.
It's religious stance. I support.
Yeah, you know.
Stance.
Because y'all wasn't married.
nah. Because
But
when
you
it happened,
can-
it was very nice, but like it barely happened. He was also a lot older than me.
Did
so
you
it's like,
initiate
Oh,
at all?
Ew.
Did I initiate all the time? All the time. I can't.
Women who are forward.
I almost,
See, she just
I
spoke up
almost
and
just
said
said
that.
something really gross.
Don't.
No, it's okay. Can
This
we
is the
not say
part.
stuff
This
gross?
is the
Can we
part
not?
where I go into another topic.
Okay, well, there it is.
Please do.
Yeah, exactly. So, setting up the first date experience. Are you setting up a standard for yourself that you cannot live up to, or are you just being part of?
We gotta go
No.
regular.
You just keeping it together.
Yeah.
There are
Wait.
certain parts of it I feel like that you sell yourself
Mm-hmm.
because you're selling
You want
yourself,
to make a first impression.
right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean it depends on what it really depends on what you're talking about. I'm not like being fake, but like I'm talking about the things that I love to do, and it, like I talk about my job for a little bit just because it's like small talk and shit like that. But like, I'm never trying. Yeah, I'm never trying to be like a fake person. I'm trying to be me because the worst thing I can do is, you know, if someone I really like, if they don't text me or call me back, then it's like, you know, I was a fake person the whole time apparently. But
Yeah. So,
Okay.
as men, how do we set up that first date experience?
I would definitely say I'm different from what I guess would be typical. Like I would definitely want to enjoy and have an experience with the person, but I would also want to bring myself to the forefront, like Alexa said, but also try and do something that would allow that person to be comfortable bringing themselves forward.
so
Like-
what's like your example of a good first date?
Good first date for me is if we've been talking for a minute, like something that we mutually like. We can enjoy it without having to be like, oh, well, hey, you like this, you like that? No, we talked about it already. We went to this museum. We went to this place to eat. Like, we talked about it. But aside from that, we should also be able to talk about each other and not just the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel
Right.
like a good first date for me is like we should be able to envelop ourselves in each other instead of it just being like, oh, this was slamming.
Yeah.
No,
Like
no.
I think movies are such bad first dates.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
you
I
go
mean,
to
can't
dinner.
talk.
Unless you
Yeah.
do it right. Unless you do it right.
Well, if you go to dinner before, I feel
Yeah.
like it kind of
Yeah.
is a preface, but also it's just like I guess it depends on what you're seeing and like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's a really bad movie, I'm just gonna talk through the entire thing and just joke on it with.
Oh,
you,
you know me
but-
too. Yeah.
Exactly.
Or you can just get a video camera, take it back to your place, and then make a movie.
What are you doing?
Is this the first date still?
Yeah, if you're doing it right.
a night in shoes, a night in heels.
It's a dead end thrill, right?
That's a
That's a
thing, yeah.
fact. Evan,
What about me? What's up?
the topic.
Next topic?
The topic at hand.
Next topic?
No, the topic at hand.
Yeah.
about this topic?
What would you do?
What do you
first
mean?
date? What do you mean? You're not
What do
dating
I do on the
someone?
first date?
Do you not?
Yeah.
First
What
date?
would you do? What's your standard? Are you setting a standard for yourself, or are you
Are you selling
just
yourself?
keeping it regular? Like
I've done
Gabe said?
both, where I've gone above and beyond, and I felt like that was just me setting myself up
With
for
my
failure.
experience, I've had guys like try and sell themselves, and
Yeah.
it doesn't work.
It doesn't.
Weird.
It
It's-
backfires
yeah.
later
And
on.
you can't.
It
Because I'm like, oh,
backfires
this
in the
guy's
long
a
run.
dick. Like he's not. He's just like full of himself, and he wants to talk about himself. Like if you
But I'm
can't make a
dope.
conversation, well, you can recognize that you're dope, and that like kind of energy will, it'll.
Confidence.
it'll radiate.
Right.
Yeah.
confidence, but not overzealous confidence.
If I'm gonna hear you talk about like, I'm trying to think of an example.
The way I be setting up these jokes and punchlines, like, yo, girl, I figured that out in like 2 tries.
Yo, my pacing on stage,
You
crazy.
know how many times it took me to figure out Francis Scott and Key? Like, get out of here.
My crowd work.
your jokes. Stop plugging your jokes.
Insta familiar.
What? One take.
One
One
take.
take.
Did that? Didn't even write that
On the
one.
dome.
Oh, told you. So,
Who's paying for your Netflix?
huh?
Huh?
I pay for my own Netflix.
Oh, you do?
Why would you do that?
Who you
Actually,
used to?
I don't pay for Netflix. I taken it away. I don't pay for Netflix. I did a free trial just to watch Dave Chappelle. But I got Netflix and I took it away because I'm standing with Monique. She is suing Netflix.
Still with this shirt.
Wait,
No, she's suing it for
them?
discrimination.
No, for discrimination and gender.
Bias.
Yeah, relax, man. Nobody.
She has proof.
Go do your shit on.
All she has to do is prove.
They called her a nigger.
know that they have bias against. It doesn't have to be against her. It could be anybody. So she can go through their history and all
But
the money that they've offered people
One
and what
thing
they
I would
haven't.
like to put forward
What's
is
up?
Monique really popping?
No, nobody
Let's
wants to
be
watch her
real.
stand up.
I'm sorry.
She
She's
is
done-
an
she's done
Academy
stuff.
Award-winning
Don't do that.
actress.
Don't do that.
How many Oscars and Academy
movie?
Awards
She became
does
a
Amy
meme.
Schumer have?
She's
That's very true.
worthy.
Schumer is funny.
She needs that bad.
But how many Academy Awards? What's her resume?
It doesn't matter.
What's her
Black.
resume? Your
It
resume stands for
Okay, so
itself.
let me ask you this: could there be somebody that does open mics every day in New York City that's funnier than Dave Chappelle?
No.
Nah.
That's like saying that there's not somebody at the Rucker that's busting ass and ball. That's not.
And they can't play in
Rucker.
the they can't play in the
Kyrie.
NBA.
Because
They could probably beat Kyrie in a one-on-one, but they're not a better basketball
if you
player.
if you can beat somebody on 1-on-1, that means you're better.
No, because there's more than
Facts.
a one-on-one versus the NBA.
It's facts.
A one-on-one versus the NBA, that means you're a better overall basketball player. That means your basketball IQ. That means your mindset in the field at hand is expanded wider than
No,
this
it
one
just means you
person
got
with a
offered
specific
different
skill
I
who
feel
might
like
be
it's a
better.
different thing.
It means you
You can
offered a
target
different
weaknesses
opportunity.
one-on-one. You can target a person's weaknesses one-on-one. It doesn't mean you're necessarily an overall better person than them or better
That's
at that
exactly what it
skill.
means.
That just means that you took advantage of a weakness. You exposed them
Yeah.
for a
Listen,
weakness.
Bone Collector isn't a humanitarian like Dwayne Wade and LeBron James. So
Just saying.
Listen,
Whack.
the professor could get into that.
But back with Monique.
Alright.
The whole point. Monique is suing. Do we feel like she? You say no.
We don't care.
You don't. You don't care.
We don't care. Akai,
Not
do you
really?
care? Akai, do you care?
for the narrative, I care because it's giving light to something that is going on.
Not really.
Netflix
Yes.
better give Monique the fucking bag.
That's all
Okay,
she
I'm
wants.
just
She
saying-
want no. Go to Disney Plus and do a stand up over there.
She can, but Netflix
Good.
has built the name on comedy specials. So
No, they
with
haven't.
Netflix are sweating. They just bought Nickelodeon. Like
Because it's
they,
lit.
Yo!
Rocket Power.
they got nothing
Dog.
else.
They're
And
all
And I'm
that
not
now.
watching any of that.
Son, I'm watching
Two
all
Angry
the monsters.
Beavers.
What?
Sorry.
Kablam!
Woo!
Woo!
Oh my God, Kablam!
Oh man, that
I
was
feel
a
like
show.
we're
I'm
gonna
sorry.
watch those shows and be like, "Yo, what the fuck were we looking
Kablam.
at?"
Bring in
was-
the dancing
Kablam was
lobsters. I don't
quality.
care.
That's lit.
Ren and Stimpy? They getting Ren
But
and Stimpy?
the thing is
They
that
have to.
Oh,
no,
you know what?
because they could do what Disney did. What Disney put up the little they put up a disclaimer. They was like, "Yo, back in the day, this shit was fucked up, but we gonna show y'all anyway."
That's lit. Oh,
What
that's
have they
lit.
done
Oh,
that
that's-
for on Disney Plus?
They did that for the Looney Tunes. They have
Okay, yeah. I was
Dragon
like,
Ball
Some
Z
of the
doesn't do that
Mickey
for
Mouse
Mr.
ones.
Popo.
Oh yeah, Coco Leghorn
Yeah.
was
He
a
gonna do that.
pristine racist. Was a pristine. The owner of Tom and Jerry was literal. Never mind. But Netflix is scrambling. I feel like they're scrambling now.
No.
So they.
The OG.
Well, okay.
Netflix opened the freaking gateway for all these other
They
services.
did.
Netflix
Yes,
is becoming
true.
blockbuster.
yeah.
No,
They're gonna get
They're
no.
becoming
No.
I feel like they
blockbuster.
will
It's
get
Walmart to
Yeah.
Amazon.
The only reason why I say that,
Walmart took over the game. Now Amazon's coming. Like Netflix took over the game. Now Disney, like streaming services are coming.
listen, as soon
Walmart
as Disney
took over.
opens,
And the fact that Netflix
supermarkets,
doesn't
it's
own
over.
shit, they just license product. That's what they've been surviving off of. But now
They do
that
have
these
content.
products that have been licensing, they're making their own streaming services, so they're taking it away from Netflix. You have nothing. The competition field is
and
wider.
they also started with like the Netflix original series, and now you've got Hulu original series. I think, and like the Amazon original series,
Yes.
and those are like something that was an Amazon original series, like won an Emmy or some kind of
yes,
award.
they've been winning
Golden Globes,
awards.
One
The
thing-
Boys is dope.
One thing that Disney won't be able to do is you can't Disney Plus and chill because you're not going to put on
But you can do Hulu.
Avatar and just
But-
start having
You're
sex.
saying
Like
But
Really
Disney
do that.
owns
Okay.
Hulu. You can Hulu and shit.
Avatar as a movie sucks.
Yeah.
It's
Thank
not
you.
I've never
good.
seen
I've been saying that
I've
for
never seen
weeks.
it.
People
It's
are
just
like,
it's Blue Pocahontas.
it's
Blue
3
Pocahontas.
hours long.
No,
or
it's
some
not good.
wild
I mean,
shit.
because it was so like technologically innovative,
Yeah.
people like whoa, and they made it's so cool. It's not a
not.
good
It
movie.
created the 3D
The
genre.
whole movie, you're
I
like,
thought
what
they
the
were just
fuck
tall
is happening?
Smurfs.
Exactly.
They just look
And
like tall
you,
Smurfs.
I really disregard what you just said about you can't like what is it Disney Plus and
You
chill.
can't Disney Plus and chill.
What? So what do we be when you be fucking? What be on TV?
Recess.
Let's
The
talk about
Office.
it.
One time CNN was on, and I was like, I can't
It
do
be
this.
the most
They're
like,
talking about
random
Trump.
shit.
Nah, but if it's something good like Martin,
ain't
like
fucked
I've
the Sports
stopped
Center?
during Martin. I've stopped eating vagina
Yeah, that's
during
different.
Martin,
Martin is-
and turn around and laugh
like-
at the joke like, yo, he killing Pam.
He killed it.
Like,
Really?
Because Martin used to
No,
fuck
it
Pam.
can't be
ass.
just anything. I'm trying to think of something on Disney that would like work though.
Nothing.
Like
Toy Story?
You
No.
never fuck with.
You go from you got a friend in me to having a friend in you? No, that's weird.
You got a
no, but the
friend
part
in
where
me.
they're doing the montage with like Jesse and like the owner, like the sad song "When Somebody Loved Me," I would cry and be like, "Hold on, one second."
Yeah,
You
nah.
ain't never watching like fucking Goof Troop and.
No, I'm watching the Goof. Like if the Goofy movie's
And you-
on,
oh,
stop
you
You
it.
know what?
Really?
To
Maybe
eye.
Extremely Goofy movie,
Ow.
which is Loki the better one.
Yeah. Oh, it's way
Extremely
better.
Goofy movie,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
one where they do the disco
Yeah.
sequence.
But what
Is
about
that
like
the first one or the second
a little
one?
bit
Second
of
one.
Mickey?
First one is when he like goes to the
That's
concert.
disrespectful.
But what if get a little Mickey and Dickie?
Mickey and Dickie.
Yeah.
Next topic. All right.
Well, that was a
Nah.
tone produced joke. I'm sorry. He mastered that one.
Oh.
He mixed and mastered that
He
joke.
mixed and written, produced, edited.
Directed by-
He did all of it, guys. You know, how does he do it? Whatchamacallit? Summer Walker says she's canceling her tour dates for her
I'm so sick of
anxiety.
Summer Walker.
I'll fight you right now.
I swear to God, I'm sick of her.
I'll swing on you right now.
She's doing that for attention, bro.
Are you serious?
Yes.
What's the attention? What's the attention
She
seeking?
has face tattoos. You don't want attention? Are you kidding me?
What?
You have face tattoos. You don't
I'm
know
Alexa,
glad,
how do
like,
you
because
feel?
I think Ariana Grande had been kind of struggling with the same thing too.
When
like,
that
I'm
whole
gla-
Manchester thing happened with
Right,
Ariana Grande,
right.
she
I
said, I
mean-
can't be touring.
right. I mean, that's like
At least she
definitely
had
a
something that
bigger.
happened
It's
to
something.
her.
It's an
Right.
emotional trauma.
But I don't think she's what's the word? I don't think
Attention
she's
seeking?
obligated to like let people know exactly what's going on with her life. Like I think that like for an artist to recognize like I need the time to like take a break is is like strength.
She named her tour the first and last tour.
Because it was
This
going to be the
going
first and
to
last.
happen.
No, but she knew she had anxiety. It was her just like, yo, let me try it. I know I'm not
this
into
was
it.
gonna be her angle. That she
And
was gonna
also,
go into.
she
No.
blew up so fast that can be
Yeah.
very like intimidating, and I think
And
that
people
may
like
be a part
love
of it.
her.
I don't know
She
why they don't have
blew
enough
up.
song to listen to.
What are you talking about? Have you not heard this album?
The album wasn't that good.
The album was amazing. What are you
Wasn't
talking
bad.
about?
I
Good.
have to
I
listen
didn't
to
say
the
it was
album again,
bad.
but first listen, I was like, it's
Thank you.
good.
That album is really good.
like
It has a
Dave
lot
East's
of
album.
replay.
Wasn't that
I
good?
don't. Well, I told you.
3,000
Told you that
copies.
before I even heard it. 3,000 physical. Don't do that to Davies.
I
Don't
think-
do that.
I
That
think a
wasn't
lot
the
of-
streaming. No, I hate when you guys skew the numbers for your arguments. Don't do
Doesn't
that.
matter.
A lot of female artists in hip hop, I think, are trying to do the SZA thing, and it's not working.
Yeah,
Yeah, leave that to her and Rihanna because Rihanna
Yeah,
does all those scissors music.
I hate you guys.
Auntie was a SZA album.
But she really
Like,
has social anxiety,
I
so
don't
she
care.
can't
So
perform.
don't get tattoos on your face.
What does that have to do with social anxiety?
People are gonna stare at you if you have a tattoo on your face.
What do
That-
you mean
that
people
comes
gonna?
with it.
It's not about being stared at. It's about like you not feeling
Will they give
comfortable
you social anxiety
in a
if you're
room.
walking in public
It's
and
more of a
people are turning their
performance
heads to look at
thing,
you?
Yeah.
as it is like a physical.
Yeah, like I get on stage all the time, and I understand like, yo, like I wanted to be a stand-up comedian since I was 12 years old, and I still had to learn how to have stage presence. Like I wanted to be on that stage.
So ever since you were this height, you wanted to be a comedian?
I'll fight you right
That
now.
was good.
First
That
the
was-
summer walking slam. That
that was a good one.
that wasn't a good
I
one. That was
no.
terrible.
Don't laugh.
That wasn't. Don't hype this up either. I see you over there with your little woos. Don't move nothing, nigga. My headphones don't work, but I can hear you. These are not soundproof.
Okay, so Aubrey Drake is horrible live. He can't sing live, but he's a great performer.
He just annoys me so much, and I really don't know why.
I don't want to do that.
Social
I
anxiety.
don't want to do that. I'm Drake High.
Well, that's why he got booed.
That's because there was
Because
a
it was
bunch
like, you can't fucking sing, nigga.
You were just
Get
trying to be
the fuck
Frankie.
off the stage. Bring out the Franks.
and the Weeknd can sing live.
The dancing Frank.
The
Huh?
Weeknd can sing good live.
Who?
No, the Weeknd.
The Weeknd?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
He cannot sing.
He
good
sounds
live.
the same.
He sounds like a goat.
What are you talking about? I'm sick of you.
He can't sing live.
Either way, that has nothing to do with social anxiety.
So
I
tell us
don't
what
like-
social anxiety
This
means.
isn't a
I'ma look
music
it up.
podcast.
You gonna look it up?
I'm
It's
gonna
not
look
music. It's about
It is
social
today
anxiety.
because I'm here.
Exactly.
Oh, wait a minute. That doesn't.
I was waiting to say that.
That's not fair. Wait a minute.
Fact. There we go. See? There we go.
Social anxiety disorder, a chronic mental health condition in which social interactions cause irrational anxiety. For people with social anxiety disorder, everyday social interactions cause irrational anxiety, fear, self-conscious, and embarrassment.
Thank you. So doing meet and greets, standing on stage with thousands of people watching
That has nothing
you.
to do, with your physicality.
Yeah.
Like I have tattoos, and I'm not like I'm deathly
You don't
afraid
have
to be.
face tattoos.
You don't know
Face
that. I
tattoos
got
and
makeup
social
on.
anxiety do not correlate.
It's a knife.
It's a knife.
It's a knife.
But social anxiety and tattoos, there's no correlation. You get tattoos because you want tattoos.
Face tattoos.
You get
it's different than a
wherever you
regular
want the tattoo. You get it because you want it. That's just what you want to do with
Attention.
your
But
body.
even it
it's
would
her
be
body.
like even if she's like dressing super funky or whatever, like just physically, or
Yeah.
like she shaved her head. Or
She got her body done. Like, but who's that? Like, that's for her. She didn't do that for.
I mean, I'm not gonna talk about that on mic.
Oh my!
I have a different opinion, but it's for attention, bro.
How
So
do you-
now that you have attention,
You get that for
getting
yourself.
a regular tattoo.
Fam,
for
I'm getting.
yourself.
Soon as
Getting a
I get
face
rich,
tattoo, you could have got that face tattoo anywhere else.
Fam.
and it
Yeah,
would've been
what
the
is
same.
the face tattoo that she has?
she has two face tattoos, like kind of right there by her cheekbones, and then another one by her.
What
eyebrow.
are
Looks like
they?
Tekashi.
One's like a teddy bear. I think it's like a heart on one of them a little bit. They're not big. They're
Okay,
very
yeah.
small, and she covers them with makeup when she's out in public.
So why
They're
get
not like the
tattoo?
Because she
Post
wants the
Malone,
tattoos. She doesn't
like-
want them to
Go
draw
ahead.
attention, so
Get
she
the
covers
teddy
them.
bear
Very
on your
sentimental.
ass or something, fam. Why on your face?
She wanted it on her face for whatever meaning it has to her, and she knows that it causes people to bring extra unwanted attention that she suffers from anxiety
No, I
from.
see a lot
But
of-
she covers it.
I see a lot of women getting like smaller face tattoos recently. I
Yeah.
think it's like kind of trending a little bit. I
It's
don't
a
know.
little bit trendy, and the fact that she's rich and famous, like, come on, she can do that if she wants to do that. So I'm just saying, especially for the fact if she wants to get the face tattoos, she can get whatever tattoo she wants. Suffering from anxiety
Oh,
is
that's
a
not
whole
bad.
other
Yeah, you
issue.
can still be like an
Yeah.
anxious person and like have face tattoos.
Yeah.
Because you could not be that like when she got those tattoos, she may have like felt like the baddest bitch on earth, but like she may have become this anxious, like socially.
Because she has her own person. She's 25. She has a personality that's her own personality. So it's like you're trying to make it seem like because she has anxiety, she's not allowed to have a personality and not have like these characteristics about her, or not have these feelings and how her
Because
image
you
of how
have
she views
social
herself.
Anxiety, don't put on this facade of some shit that you're not.
What do you mean? What's the facade?
Face tattoos.
What? How is a face tattoo a
God.
facade?
You know-
because we're disagreeing.
Yes,
Hold
we're
up.
just-
Yes,
we're
and
just-
wasting
you saying
time.
someone with a face tattoo has never been depressed?
Thank you.
People handle social anxiety
Silence.
very differently.
Thank you.
That was a very good
Thank
point.
you. Thank
But,
you.
but still, that's,
Thank
it's,
you.
it's for attention.
Guys, we can't even talk about the real shit, man. Twinkie's making a cereal.
Ew.
I might be here for that. Kim.
Ew.
Are we here for
delicious.
the...
So what?
That-
They're entering the Twinkies entering the cereal
Is
game.
it gonna be like a solid crunchy, or is it gonna be just like mush? Like I don't know how it
Son.
would be in milk.
I was grocery shopping today. I saw there was a Sour Patch Kid cereal. These niggas
have-
are making anything.
I have seen that.
They want us to die.
We gotta
Yeah.
get
They
out of
really
America.
They
do.
just, say, just put milk in it. It'll taste fine.
What's
Like, no.
the
First off, milk is trash. So let's just go there.
Hey, there you go.
the
Osteoporosis.
the guy who's like the milk what's his like title?
The
But like the
milkman?
CEO of like Milk, all of Milk
There's
or
a-
some
There's a-
shit.
You know what I'm mad at? I've been through my entire life and I never thought, hey, is there a CEO of Milk? Probably is.
I don't know what his title is, but he filed for bankruptcy.
He getting sued.
He was
got
like,
a heavy lawsuit from Silk and
He
Almonds.
didn't
I
have
bet
enough
you has a
Almonds
face
got the
tattoo
own-
too. So
He didn't have
I bet
enough
you has a
brain.
face tattoo.
He might. It's called
Really?
privilege.
you can't even. Yeah.
I don't trust anybody with a face tattoo. Sorry, don't come around me. There's that.
Gets a face
I
tattoo
kind of
next week.
almost want to get a face tattoo just to like prove you
Yeah,
wrong
Just to
and be
show
like,
up to the next
Exactly.
episode, be like, ah.
guys, I did it.
Motorola Razrs is releasing a new flip phone.
They look kind of
smartphone.
They look
It's
hard.
lit.
Are we here for that?
They
It's
look
lit.
hard.
All these like clout Instagram baddie girls are gonna get them,
Yeah, and promote it. Then nobody's going to show
Bedazzle it.
their likes and they're going to be upset.
but they're still gonna have the iPhone. They're like just gonna buy it just to look cool.
Exactly.
If Sidekick came out with a smart joint, I'd get that and keep my iPhone.
I might if they made smartphones with the keyboard at the bottoms.
Facts.
I would definitely get
Are you
into
can,
that.
like,
Render?
attach
You seen the
it?
new
Yeah.
render? The
I seen some.
We'll talk later.
I seen
Okay.
some, but no, I don't know. I think smartphones are just running out of innovation. They're just like doing anything for a
Yeah,
gimmick
like
to get people to
16
buy
cameras on the new.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Just
I
give
don't.
me a chip so I can
How many
download some
cameras
shit
is
to
on
my
your
brain.
Like-
3. iPhone 11
With
Pro.
no case.
You
we out
don't.
case.
You
No
don't want to
case.
see my phone. I have a 5.
Oh. Wait, can you leave?
Reaction.
Can you escort her off the podcast premises?
Because
Your
I
phone is
don't
gonna
need
go
to
obsolete.
upgrade my
Stop
phone,
talking.
huh?
Get out.
It's gonna go obsolete. They actually
Fine, I'll leave.
Apple announced that they said anything below a 5, like iPhone
Below?
5C,
Oh, 5.
but you have like another year,
A 5
or
and
probably
below.
like
Yeah, I
30
know.
days.
I'm like, it's
I
really
heard it's
funny
gonna
'cause I'm just
explode.
like,
What are you waiting on? What's going on at home? Where
it
you don't-
works.
Yeah, like who hurt you? Why do you have an iPhone 5?
It works,
'Cause
so
it's
I'm
reliable.
gonna
Person with
keep it.
face tattoos.
I don't want to spend.
Move that bang. Let me see something.
Let me just rub this.
Video of man saying men should
Oh,
take
turn
care
tone
of-
up.
Man, I had a 5 for a long time.
Yeah, we were judging
I
you behind
just,
your back.
I just updated.
Don't roast me.
You just updated one.
I
though.
knew it was gonna
Recently.
come up. I was like, they better not
But that's
talk
not a
about
new-
phones.
There's only 2
We all
phones.
have ours out. You're the only one who didn't put their phone on the
Yeah, I
table,
was like-
and now
Take
we
your phone
know
out.
why.
No,
Take
she
your
has an
phone out.
Android actually.
It's
For the
She actually has an Android.
for the YouTube. Come on, guys, subscribe. Put it out.
If her screen's cracked, that's a whole new topic.
No, it's not.
Ew!
It's so small. Put
I-
your calculator
I
away.
agree.
It's like an archaic. Like, no, I'm kidding.
What was the story you was gonna touch on, Gabe?
Tamar Braxton
I was
says
just reading
men who lay with you but don't want to have sex are gay.
What do you mean, lay
Alexa,
with
can
you?
you? Can you?
Oh, like my ex who would just lay with me and wouldn't have.
Do you think he was gay?
sex?
You never called him gay.
No.
She did call him gay.
You didn't call
Behind
him
his
gay.
back. In the
No.
group chat, she called him
In the
gay.
group
No,
In the
no,
group
he
chat,
was
she called
he
him
was
gay.
like the most like stereotypical like I'm not like he would beat people up. We're not gonna talk about that.
Oh,
He would start fights on the street. Like he had a
you
business.
could be gay and start fights.
Yeah, but he was like very like women. He was very he was a certain way when he talked about like gay people.
Oh,
He
So
wasn't an ally.
Drop
he
his
was,
name.
but he was more of an ally for profit of his own business. He's like, I'm gonna put a gay flag outside so I get more business, kind of thing. He's never gonna hear this.
He
so it doesn't
monetized
matter.
them.
Yeah, so I was like,
monetized gay people.
I don't know about that. And the whole like, trans movement and like things like that. He just like wasn't about it. Also, coming from like an older generation, it makes sense. But
Well, I have the Tamar Braxton post right here, ladies and gentlemen. Let me read it for you right now. The truth is, ladies, that these dudes out here really do be gay. The end. No. And ain't enough money, beauty, hair, babies in the world to keep them. They want dick. Period. Period. It's nothing wrong with you, but they will find every reason in the world to make you not good enough. You can lay in bed with you for 3, 4, 10 days, and he don't touch you. It's not you. He want a man, and that's on my mama.
Didn't she just get out of a relationship with Tank?
that's on my mama.
That's what she said.
She just got out of a relationship with Tank, so that's a whole different other.
Boy, Lil Cool liked it.
Nah, talk about it. Discuss. What type of toxic?
I don't
woman-
think so.
Yeah.
I think like what if like you just expect
Don't worry
dick
about it.
constantly? That's a little.
Ash
That
was-
is
It's a
little
very
aggressive.
toxic way of thinking, and women need to stop doing that. Stop trying to emasculate men because they don't want to sleep with you. Maybe we're tired. Some dude posted, he's like, damn, I just worked a 20-hour shift, and I'm mad. I just wanted to sleep.
'Cause
But apparently, I'm just gay.
And people also expect like I think there's a pressure on men of like needing.
We
like,
can't
they
say no to
always,
sex.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
men we need like our periods on. Like we need something like that to be like, oh no, I
What?
can't because I'm
What?
my
No,
period.
my
no.
period.
Yeah, cramps.
No.
Like men need one of those excuses.
That's a biological.
So why can't
thing.
we say no to
That's
sex?
not a-
no,
wait.
we need an excuse that women
Yeah.
won't just be like, oh,
No,
you
we
Like
just
a
need
polite
to, we just
way
need
to
to
say no.
communicate better.
So just say no. Yeah, it's
How does
like
that work?
It's
Men
all-
can't
all it is
communicate
I'm
with
like, you
women.
could just
Hi.
also say
oh,
no.
This is a conversation. Hey, I don't want to have sex today.
You said that so simply. All we can just say is just say no, and it works.
Yeah.
I mean, if you tell me why,
What happened to just having a
Because I don't
conversation?
want to. Because I'm. If I
Yo.
said because I don't want to, is it an argument?
Wait a minute.
Don't
what,
say I
what
don't
kind
want
of,
to.
What kind of
They-
Don't
relationships
say
have you
the
been
truth.
in?
Don't communicate the
I
truth.
need
They-
you to
they
suck
think
my
women
toes
listen.
today.
but I
Gabe,
don't want
you
to.
better start sucking these big toes today. Better get off your ass.
I don't
That's
even
what-
know
is
where-
That, is
how-
that the relationship?
How did we
you
get
in?
here?
I
don't know.
know.
He's been
Guy's
forced
tripping.
against his
All
will.
I heard was something about
He's been
big toes.
forced
It's like you gotta say something.
You gotta
guy.
watch the last.
You
No,
would-
no. Hold on.
You right?
No, but I think
No.
I don't want to. Is a little bit aggressive. I think
It's
if
a
you
lie.
explain like. If you say I'm not feeling it right now because of X, Y, and Z, like I'm not feeling it right now because I'm tired, I'm not feeling it right now because I don't know, like something happened in my family, I just need time, like I'm not like in the mood right now.
But the
That's
truth-
totally
if-
fine.
If the truth is just I just don't feel like it, like that's not okay.
I would be okay with that if you like were honest with me, yeah.
I don't believe.
I think it might come
No,
up
I
later.
promise.
I think it might come up later.
Yeah, I don't believe that, but okay. Okay.
Just have a conversation. You should
Actually,
be
it
able
depends
to-
on.
Shut
It
up.
depends
I
on.
shouldn't even went to.
That's a
Evan.
very adult thing to do.
What you?
By just saying, "Hey,
Does that work?
I just
Akai? Does it
don't.
work?
I hear what you're saying. I think we're just not there as a society yet.
that's terrible."
I think it also it depends on how turned on I was at the point that
Oh, yeah.
that you said.
You
that
can't
to me.
tell a super
You
horny
can't
girl.
you can't do foreplay and do all that stuff and be like I'm not in the mood.
For
You
a session.
can't do that.
No,
Then
okay.
I'll be mad.
Oh,
See?
that sounds like
Nah,
blueberries.
see? You
That's
see?
what that sounds like.
Blueberry.
No, I'll
That's
be,
what they say.
I'll be pissed if you go out of your way to turn me on and then you're like, no, I'm not feeling it though.
I'm
I'll be
not
like,
trying
so
to-
what was all that?
It
I was
for
trying
fun.
to. It was for you.
Real for fun.
No.
It was for you. What are you talking about?
But
Okay.
nothing happened. you
Because
know?
I shaved and I nipped myself, so I'm not feeling the most
Yeah,
confident right
exactly.
now down
Yeah.
there. So I ain't trying
Okay,
to go
okay,
that
so you
far.
can tell me that. I'll be a little bit pissed, like, to start, but then I'll, like, understand. You just need to
I'ma still
tell
feel
me.
bad.
You need to communicate that with me.
You're gonna guilt us
because
later.
I'm a what?
You're gonna make a joke the next day and
They're
just
like,
be like,
shaved any accidents? Well, hey,
yeah, exactly. hmm
I feel a way about that. Please don't.
Yeah.
That was a very trying time for me. I was pained by that. Guys, we're basically at the end. We touched everything. We touched on everything, guys.
Did we?
Yeah, we actually did.
Damn.
I was surprised. We
It's
did
lit.
it.
PayPal's not supporting
Oh yeah, the
Pornhub.
Pornhub models.
Why you say pot? Huh?
Apparently it was because
Autocorrect.
Pornhub, like, wasn't paying something or were, like, abusing their power.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
I stand with Pornhub.
Hey man.
I got Cash App. I don't use PayPal over here. You know what I mean?
I'm never sending money through PayPal anyway, so
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to
just-
PayPal us, just hey, Evan Cumbers, hey, hit me up. Send something through for the pod. Get some exclusive content. I give you the password into the access to the Big Red XXX Snapchat
no,
story.
It's not.
Oh
no.
damn, it's
Turn
over.
that off?
Nah.
I don't
Damn,
think
crazy.
so.
Cease and desist.
But
My
so
lawyers will be seen.
this is the end. So guys, this has really been great. Alexa, thank you for coming.
thank you guys for having
Thank
me.
you
Yeah.
Please
Any
come
last
again.
things you want to plug your?
Yeah, so my EP is out now. It's called Healing. You can find it on Apple Music, Spotify, all your streaming services. It's under Alexa Zarrow. And I have a show at the Bitter End on December 15th, 7 to 7:30. It's a Sunday. Come out for half hour. It'll be a good time.
Gabe, any plugs?
Still go get my book, yo. Y'all, the sales been stagnant and my rent due.
They sleeping on you?
Yeah, y'all sleeping on me. So go get my
You
book.
can't use that. Come
Yeah,
on,
my
man.
rent due. No, not my rent due.
The first is coming.
Yeah, hey, there it is. Or get the Kindle. It's $9.99.
Yeah.
Y'all have a show coming up, right? Tone?
Exactly. All right, fam, I'm right here.
My bad, my
Empty.
bad, my
I'll
bad.
do it for you.
I'm funding you comedy show December 14th, $10 at the New Eureka Pose Cafe. We're gonna be there, guys. This was episode 71.
Oh my God, it's the same weekend.
Yes.
Yeah,
Hey,
party
so
all
right after your show,
weekend.
you go to our
They
show
planned it.
and then you go buy his book, Algorithms. Fuck the NFL.
Fuck
Guys,
it.
it's episode 71. We out this bitch. Peace.
Woo! Yeah, yeah.